We may not be live yet. Now we're live. Okay. Hi, everyone. Deborah Dixon-Anderson here from Light of Gold PR and Gold Wellness Circle. I know you're not used to seeing me in the evening. We're super excited to have you meet the wonderful honorees who will be honored at the upcoming Gold Women's Health and Business Awards Gala, which is happening on Thursday, May 14th. It's going to be at Mercy University, right in Midtown at 34th Street in Herald Square. We're super excited about these rock star women who we're going to be honoring. Now, we don't have all of them, but we have enough of them that you're just going to be blown away because their backgrounds, their perseverance, what they do is just very, very powerful. So before I bring them on the stage, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Light of Gold PR. We've been around for 20 years this year. We're so super excited. 20 years old, not quite old enough to drink, but we here, 20 years old. So we're excited to be 20 now, and we've been around for a while now. We've been doing some really fabulous things with press and marketing and branding, and then of course our nonprofit Gold Wellness Circle, which we started 6 years ago in response to COVID. And so with Gold Wellness Circle, we do breast cancer awareness, we do Alzheimer's caregiver support. We like to support schools who have children from homeless circumstances. It's really important to us, and women's shelters. So we do our best to support these causes, and a portion of the proceeds from our gala will be going to help Gold Wellness Circle as well. So it's a very important cause. So we have a lot more coming up. If you're watching us for the first time, or if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to Light of Gold PR on YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching us. We're live streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I think we're live streaming on Juneteenth as well, which is exciting. So other initiative that we have, the FIFA World Cup is coming up. So we're going to be doing some workshops and classes and events around that. We want our small businesses to be FIFA World Cup ready from a marketing standpoint, from a digital standpoint. That's really important. So stay tuned for more of that information as well. So I'm going to bring our wonderful special guests, our wonderful honorees for today's Mindset Monday. We're so incredibly honored to introduce these phenomenal women. They're being recognized at our upcoming Gold Women's Health and Business Awards Gala. I'm going to quickly show you the flyers that we have, the images and everything that we wanted to share with you. So this is our updated honoree flyer. So many of you should have seen this by now. It's all over social media. We've been sending it out by email. If you have not signed up, go to Light of Gold PR, snap this code, go ahead and sign up. We still have $20 off the tickets. All of our honorees have their own promo codes as well. Who we don't have with us today is, let's see, Allison, Mitra, and Emmeline. We don't have with us, but let me tell you, they're all these ladies are amazing. They just couldn't be with us today, but they'll be there at the gala. But you're still in for a treat. We also don't have Lawrence Miles. Lawrence is an advocate for women in business. So we love Lawrence because he's the man that advocates for women in business. And who does not know that we need men to advocate for us too? It's really, really important. We love having the ladies, but when we have men that advocate for us, especially when they're in certain spaces, in certain places and spaces, it's really important. We need that. We need their help. We need their support. So I'm going to show you the, let's see, I think we have, these are the opportunities that we have also. So I'm going to share that with you, and then I'm going to jump right into bringing our ladies up. So one more thing. Let me see, will you come up for me? This is what happens when I'm like home alone and I'm the technician for the day. So usually I will have My team, they're off now. So when I can bring this back up, I will. So I'm gonna remove this from the stage now. I'm gonna try one more time. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna jump right into bringing our ladies up. So let's see. So we have our honorees. We brought them up already. Let's see. So those are our rising stars. So we have slides for every one of our ladies. So this is Allison. She's a rising star in human resources. Then we have Nikisha. She's here with us today. So she's our Community Health Leadership Awardee. And then we have Athena. We do have her here with us. So that's our Community Advocate Awardee. We do have Rachel for Legal Excellence Award. She's our awardee for that. And Mitra could not be with us today, but she will be there at the event. She's receiving an award for innovation in media and community connection. Maria Davis, Voice of Impact. Now she is on with us today, so we're really excited to have her as well. And Emmeline Stewart, she's getting the Perseverance Award. She has Stewart Cinema and Cafe. She couldn't be on with us today, but she will be at the event. Oh, Emmeline, you snuck in here, girl. I see you. So we do have her, and right on cue. How did you do that? What? So that's amazing. So I could bring everyone up with the exception of Allison and Mitra. So this is great. And Lawrence. So Lawrence is our Men Supporting Women in Business advocate. So he's getting a citation at our event. So it's really important for us to have, the fellas need to support us too. We need that in our lives. So without further ado, I want to bring up our beautiful honorees one by one. I'm going to bring them up. Actually, before I bring them up, I do see this slide I'm going to talk about real quick, and then I'm going to bring them up. So we do have these fantastic opportunities. I don't know if our honorees know this, but your faces are going to be on kiosks throughout New York City. Okay, surprise. So your faces will be on certain kiosks in Midtown and in Brooklyn and Harlem and Queens. And so we're super excited about that. This spells an opportunity for anybody who wants to advertise. You need to get in on this because we're going to be including business ads and everything as part of our promotion. So that's going to be starting this week. Super excited about that. We have our Step and Repeat banner that's going up. We only have space for 4 more logos, and they only cost $99 to be on our Step and Repeat banner. So you want to be part of this. And then we will have 2 screens in our room. Our whole Mercer University will allow us to transform the rooms that we're going to be hosting the gala into a gala space. So it will be beyond recognition, basically. This is not what it looks like, but the screens are what we're going to be using to promote anyone who wants to promote their businesses. So reach out to us. It's only starting at $149. We would love to have you be part of our promotions. Go to lightofgoldpr.com. Go ahead and get in on this. Okay, so that's all. So now I'm going to go and bring up our beautiful honorees. And this is just going to be like being the fly on the wall, right? So I'm going to bring them up one by one. We got Rachel. We have Maria. So I love this because one by one, Athena, Nakisha, and we have, am I saying your name correctly? Is it Emmeline or Emmeline?
It's Emmeline.
Emmeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was Emmeline, and I said, I don't think I'm saying it right. Welcome. So glad to have you here. This is amazing. I'm so excited. Okay, so we get reverb from someone. I hope it's not me. So I don't think it's me. So now it's better. Okay, great. Perfect. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining us for Mindset Monday. I felt like it was important not just to introduce everyone to all of you. That's this is great to bring you on all on here, but it takes a special kind of spirit to be in any kind of business and to run it day by day and to stay positive and to just kind of be positive and kick the naysayers to the curb, or at least take them out of your ear. It is not easy. It is not easy. And we live in a world that dismisses us, that discounts us, and we have to deal with that all the time, all the time. And what I love about the greatness of all of you is the fact that you're able to show up and still give what you are meant to give to the community. That is huge. That's major. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you some questions. This is just everybody else is just a fly on the wall for this. Okay. So this is our meeting and we just letting everybody else listen. So that's what this is. So I'm going to start with Keisha. And sometimes, ladies, as I ask you your questions, I will probably spotlight you. Okay. All right. Ready? All right. And who doesn't know that this is a rough cut. We didn't practice this, y'all. So if we make some mistakes, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So, Nikisha, your mission is to empower communities through fitness and mindset. When someone is struggling to keep showing up for their own physical and mental health, what mindset shift do you advise them to make? And you know what? You can pull this from some of your own experience too. So, because I want you to share that. Okay. So you're
Yes.
up. Yep. So how do you empower communities to, like, when they're struggling to keep showing up for their own physical and mental health? What do you encourage them to do?
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Happy Monday. Well, that is a very good question. Sometimes it changes based on where a person is in their mindset. However, my role, even what I include for myself, is that I think about the joys of what I feel of when I'm taking care of myself. Um, I often remind my class members to stay connected to the experience of what it feels like when you're doing something that fills your spirit. Because it's nothing like just having that self joy. Um, and most times when you remember a good thing about something good that you were doing, you stay connected. Also, too, it's community. One of the things that, and for myself as well, is that I encourage people to stay connected to people who are like-minded. So in our spaces, we all want the same thing. We all want to live well. We all want to feel good. So the fellowship and the type of spaces that I've created within Always Fit has made people feel like it's almost like church. It's like I can't miss it. So even when someone disappears and they're having a setback and they don't show up, I'm coming for you. I'm calling you, not just me, but the community of Always Fit. We're checking in. Where are you? What's going on? How can we help you move forward? And that's why I think community is so important, and to be connected to people that can help you go along when when you don't have the strength to do so yourself.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And Nikisha, you started Always Fit for Life, right? How long
Yes.
ago did you start?
2011. This year we celebrating 15 years. I
Yay.
Yes, I started in a small studio in Jamaica, Queens. Actually, even before that, I'm a 100-pound loser. So this mission is very personal to me. And also at a time where I was not my healthiest emotionally. So it was, what do you do when you are struggling mentally and emotionally and you feeling like you can't go on or you don't want to go on? You have to be connected to something positive, and fitness and wellness is my thing for me. Even for me, I'm not working out, I'm cranky. and I am not a happy person. So just to allow people to just self-awareness of, you know what, this is good for me. I feel good in this, because when we take care of ourselves, we are so much stronger when we have to deal with everything else. I'm telling you. And so we are very intentional about how we feel and how we show up for ourselves. That way we can show up for everybody else.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, Nikisha.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. So next up, Athenia. Athenia, you're up next. Your work brings strategy and purpose to a major cultural event like Juneteenth and all of its associated events. I added that because I know about all the associated events because I'm on your board. But how do you maintain the vision and discipline required to create experiences that drive true, lasting change? How do you maintain the vision and discipline required to create experiences that drive true, lasting change?
How do I maintain a discipline? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to say God, because that's the one thing that keeps me going. People are like, you seem like you got tentacles, like you're an octopus, you here, there, and you everywhere. And I say nothing but the grace of God. He puts the thoughts in my mind, and I always say if he brings me to it, he's going to bring me through it. And whatever I experience, I don't just experience for myself, but I experience for others. And as Letitia was just talking, something that was showing up for me, or what was in my spirit, was like, oh, I do that too. Like, I don't hear from somebody, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Where you at, girl? What's happening? And almost always is it something that's going on in someone else's life, right? And I feel like when you show up for others, when you pour into others, they're able to pour into the community, because a lot of times those who are showing up for the community are being drained themselves. And so we have to be a stand for each other. We have to pour into each other. We have to, because usually the ones who are being a stand, we're the ones that are seen as what they call it, as seen as strong. And I hate that word when people say, "Oh, y'all are you're just so strong." It's like, yeah, but strong people need a shoulder to lean on too. So I always say, if you think you know someone who appears to be a strong leader, tap into them and ask, how can you help?
Oh, yes. I love that, Athenia, because so many people think that when we are strong women that we don't need help. And so they don't even offer it. So we have to ask for it. And then they're shocked when you ask for it. so yeah, it's a little crazy, but yeah. Thank you for that, Athenia. And tell us just a little bit about what you do as the founder of Juneteenth. It's one of the biggest Juneteenths in New York City. One of the biggest. Yes.
What do I do? What do I want to do? So our Juneteenth Festival, this is our 17th year running. We've been doing this since before it became popular. And my position right now, I'm the director of the New York City of all of the Juneteenth festivals under the Juneteenth Foundation. So I support a lot of the organizations that are out there doing their due. So those that are in Queens and Staten Island, of course, we're the Brooklyn space in Harlem. So we are supporting those. That's first and foremost. We do for ourselves. We have a Juneteenth crawl where we support businesses in our community, Black business, Black restaurants. I encourage people to go out and support those restaurants. We have our Black King celebration. I see Taisha, who is our co-lead or co-director in that space. And that is where we honor 28 African-American men. And that came on the heels of just me wanting to pour into my husband because our men don't get the love that they deserve as being pillars or leaders in our community. And a lot of that stems from slavery, right? we didn't respect our men because they were forced to procreate in multiple households and were taken away from being the men in a particular space. And so just bringing that back and having conversations about that. Then we have our virtual summit that we do on the 19th of June, where we're talking about health and wellness and just all of the things that affect us in our Black community. Again, that stems from slavery, right? What we eat, how we position ourselves, what we think are delicacies these days. And then lastly, our festival, we start off with a parade where Nikisha is going to be starting us off with some exercise in the morning, getting our bloods flowing. And then we walk from Pickens Avenue down Pennsylvania to the event where we get the party started. And we just have a jubilee of a time. But anything that we do is not just about having fun, but also about education. We want to make sure that people walk away learning something different that they didn't learn or didn't know before. And so that's what I'll stop at right now, but we have a lot of things going on as well. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Athenia. Thanks so much. All right, so next question, Rachel Cayley. Rachel, so here's the question. Navigating litigation and bankruptcy is incredibly stressful for your clients, right? For people in general. What's the mindset that's required to serve as a strong and tenacious legal advocate while maintaining deep empathy for your clients? And so that also includes those of us who have loved ones who are losing their memory, healthcare proxy, power of attorney. I mean, a lot of us don't have those things in place or are afraid of establishing those things. So how do you advocate and just are a strong, tenacious legal advocate while maintaining empathy at the same time?
Well, I think a lot of that stems from, and I like that you use the word empathy versus sympathy, because I have been in a situation where my mom was sick for much of my life. She died at the very young age of 64. And, it was more of, I wasn't her primary caretaker, but I was very much involved with her caretaking. And I think that, I mean, fortunately not for my family, but I saw the financial as well as the emotional impact that can take on a person. So, and I've been in a situation as well where, financially things were extremely difficult. And I always felt that I was very fortunate to have the education that I do. And I think that, when your roots are strong and your life experiences are such that they really guide your career and your activism in your community, that empathy, I empathize with my clients, I don't just sympathize with them. So when they're in a very difficult financial situation or emotional situation, or in personal injury, where they're in a physical deficit and can't function physically the way they used to, I can really empathize because I know what that's like. And I think knowing that I was able to get out of my own, struggles, and helping people get out of their struggles. And I love when my clients call. In fact, just today, I got a call from a client who was a former bankruptcy client from over a year ago, 2 years ago. She had lupus and really struggled. And she called to tell me that she finally got the financial help that she needs to go on and take care of her children. And I was just so thrilled that my clients wanted to let me know how they're doing, because they know I genuinely want to know how they're doing. So I think that kind of positive feedback and that positive energy, and knowing that, years later, that you have a real impact on someone's life, I think that's what keeps me going.
No, I love that, Rachel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Okay, very good, very good. And Rachel, you have your own legal practice, correct?
I do. I'm not just a practicing attorney. I'm also running a business.
Yes.
So it's two hats, and I'm sure all of us are in that situation. We're not just
Yes.
doing the work we do, we're running the business that we're running. So
Yes.
we do our own marketing and our own bookkeeping and our own housekeeping. I clean my own floors and all of that. So yeah, it's two hats, but I love every second of it, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yes. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you. All right. So next up, Maria Davis. Maria, you have been a relentless advocate, whether it's for HIV, and I'm amazed to find out how much you do for all these other ailments like cancer, and just showing up and being a relentless advocate since 1995, I think. It's a long time. That's amazing. So when the road gets tough and the stigma feels heavy, what is your daily mindset that keeps you fighting and speaking out for the community?
Prayer.
Mm, yes,
Can't do nothing without prayer.
yes,
You could
yes,
try to, but you can't do nothing without prayer. And
yes.
knowing that God doesn't give you a vision and don't give you the resources that you need for the vision.
Right,
And
right.
I'm not saying I don't get frustrated with people and I want to knock them upside the head. Sorry, I had to say that
Yes, okay. It's a safe
because we are our own worst enemies.
space. Mm-hmm,
We think we know it all. We don't
mm-hmm,
support each other in our community. And like the sister said earlier, slavery has done a great job on us. Jim
mm-hmm,
Crow did a great job on us. And
mm-hmm,
so we still are in those mindsets. Our mental health is all over the place, COVID, but the stress and look at the climate that we're in now.
mm-hmm.
Medical services are being cut, healthcare is being cut. You know, the prices of food is skyrocketing, gas is skyrocketing. And
Mm-hmm.
so, sometimes you have to just like tell people it's going to be all right. We
Yes,
have to remember our ancestors did not lay the plans for us to give up. Our
yes,
ancestors came over here with nothing so that we can have what we have today. And so we have to keep that up in our community. And I tell people all the time, I don't care that you have a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD. That's a great thing for you. But how do you take that and then give back to the community? Because that's required of all of us. Where much is given, much is required. Whether
mm-hmm,
you want to do it or not, that is required of us. And I tell people all the time, that was part of my healing. When I was 95 pounds, I was in the hospital. I thought I was going to die. And then when I started helping other people in their struggles, it lifted me up every time I helped someone. And the same thing to this day. And
yes,
so
yes,
prayer is so important to replenish yourself in the morning and take self-care.
yes,
You can't take care of anybody else and not take care of yourself. When you're
yes,
on the airplane, what they say, give yourself oxygen first before you can help other people. And it's hard to do because as women, we take care of everybody. We take care of the world.
yep,
So sometimes it's hard to navigate for you to stop, pause, so that you can breathe. Breath is very important. Without breath, we don't have nothing. For you to breathe and for you to take care of yourself so that you can be impactful on someone else.
yes, yes. Oh, I love that, Maria. Yes, absolutely. And Maria, tell us about your organization as well.
Can't be silent. Look, can't be silenced. That that should tell you everything. I ain't shutting up. I told all my friends be like, can't be silenced. That's real good. I'm glad you named your. Because even as a child, I always talked. I was always talking about something. I was always networking with people, trying to get people the resources that I have. I call myself the connector. I want people to have stuff. If I know it, you're going to have it. You're never going to be able to say you didn't know something because you didn't know. No, I'm gonna tell it to you. And if you don't know it, it's because you don't want to address it and know it for yourself.
Right.
So, Can't Be Silence is a connector. Can't Be Silence connects people. What I don't know, I try to learn. I have a phenomenal, my summit is coming up on May 30th, Strategy 2. And I have some phenomenal partners. One of my girlfriends is a housing guru. Anything you need to know about any kind of housing, Section 8, Mitchellama, whatever it is, she knows it. And then I have another partner, civic engagement, really getting people out here to vote. We have to turn this midterm election around. I'm not accepting no from anybody. If I hear you say you're not voting, I'm gonna punch you in your throat. Sorry, y'all, I had to say that, but I'm gonna get on you real bad because people don't understand. When you don't vote, you still vote.
Yeah.
And all of these people
That's true.
and all these people that keep saying, "Oh, I'm tired of voting. There's no person to vote for." You right, because you get ready to not to be able to vote, because all this stuff that's going around now, what they just did to the Section 2 of the Voting Right Act, you got to be for you to even say that, you're not even listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't feel that there's nobody. They didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. So, okay, you're happy with what you have right now. And then 30 million people did not vote. Yes, 30 million people did not vote. That's an atrocity.
Yeah.
And you sat back.
You going into the deep side, girl.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry, I'm passionate. I told y'all, can't be silenced.
Yeah, well, that's the name of.
So just make sure you get out there. Don't just say you registered. Get out there and vote.
We have to vote. And one more thing, Maria, just share real quickly in a few seconds. You are really originally from the music industry, correct?
Yes, Mad Wednesdays. I showcase artists every third Wednesday of the month in Harlem at a place called The Shrine. Wonderful, Black owned. And I've been there 15 years now, but Mad Wednesday started in 1994. So I've been pivotal, whether they want to say it or not. And a lot of artists, that's when we had A&R and music was real music. I don't know what's going on right now, but I know music was music back then. You had Black Girl, you had Tony Braxton, you had so many incredible artists, hungry artists. Yeah. And I try to keep that still alive in the stage, but I also do HIV testing and Hep C, and I let people come in and talk about nutrition. I'm getting ready to do the AIDS walk. AIDS walk is on Sunday, May 17th. So I get, a lot of young people to walk with me.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff to do in the community.
Share with me. I'd love to get that out.
Okay.
It's amazing. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
What a lot of people don't know about you, you're the one that gave Jay-Z his first shot, right? They don't know. That's quiet as it's kept, So she's an OG in the music industry, back 30 years ago. So it's pretty amazing. So thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. So last but not least, Emmeline Stewart. Oh my gosh. So hello. Welcome. So here's my question for you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you made it. This is so exciting to have you here. So breaking barriers as the first Afro-Latina independent theater owner in New York is no small feat, right? What mindset allowed you to see a cinema not just as a business, but as a vital hub for underserved communities?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
It is.
Yeah, so they say some of the best businesses that are created from people's own needs. And I was producing film and television for 10 years. And I couldn't get my films into theaters because the people in charge, the men in charge, just didn't see an audience. They were like, we don't see an audience for this. You're not Tyler Perry. This isn't Passion of the Christ. We just don't see it. And I thought, well, you don't even know who my audience is. And so why does this guy get to decide that that there's no content, that people should not see, should not hear these stories. And so someone said, look, if you want to decide what people watch, you have to build your own movie theater. You can decide. And at that point, I thought, well, you know what? At this point, I have nothing to lose because I keep going home empty-handed. So really it was, and there was thousands and thousands of other people in the industry, underrepresented people. There's no access to movie theaters. So we created a SNAP program so that if your kids receive SNAP, your kids can come to the movies. I went to talk at a 5th grade class and the kids haven't been to the movies in years. One kid said, I'm only allowed to go with my best friend on my birthday because my parents can't afford it. And I thought, well, what am I doing with the movie theater if my own people and the children today can't watch movies? And so we came up with all kinds of programming. So first and foremost, I am an activist and I am a servant. And so all of these things are just an opportunity for me to give back to the community that I love.
Wow, I love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. I have read, well, I read everybody's story, but I have read yours about, I mean, just what you had to do to get started. I mean, you can't get any funding. See, that's the stuff that nobody else sees. You know, we can't go into a bank and get money and get funding and get loans and make it really difficult for us and make it really challenging for us to be able to do that. So you basically sold everything.
So I have been self-funding for the last 10 years. And so I have been fortunate that, you know, just recently, 4 months ago, I had just opened a new auditorium in the space that I was in. And 60 days later, we got an eviction notice because the landlord got $47 million for the building because we're on the water in Greenpoint. And so he said, take me to court. You have 60 days to get out. You and 37 other businesses. So it was a 4-block radius. And the developer bought the whole thing. And so we all had to move in 60 days. And the theater I'm in today, I built in 90 days. And I couldn't get funding because now I have to report a loss, right? Because I lost the whole theater. And it just has been, it has been difficult. But what I will say is being able to do things my way has generated more money. And the great thing is I don't owe the bank any money. And I know people say it's always best to use someone else's money. I can sleep comfortably. When COVID happened, I was the only theater that was allowed to stay open. And guess which movie theater in New York had no debt? Me.
Wow.
Right. And so all the other theaters are strapped. Some of them couldn't come back, especially the smaller theaters that owed a ton of money. Because even with all the stuff that we got, the SBOG and the PPP, it just wasn't enough money for a lot of these theaters to come back and thrive. But I, at the time, became essential. I gave away our food at 4:00 every day. I used the theater for people to watch their loved ones being buried around the country. I gave out laptops for people to apply for unemployment. And so Chuck Schumer let me stay open because he said, you are essential. And that is the type of place that I want to have. Movie theaters are not just about movies. They're a gathering space. That's why when a church gets displaced, I allow them to use the church on Sunday mornings, right? So that they have a home until they find. So we have used the movie theater to serve the community. That's why we're here.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this.
During COVID, we were the saddest place on earth because we would have 3-4 funerals a day because we were allowed to have 15 people inside the theater. And so we would coordinate the funerals with all these different countries. And it was just the saddest place. But at the same time, I felt so much peace that I was able to help in a time like that. And just to give out popcorn every day at 2:00 to the same 13 kids who came by every day for their little popcorn bag. And so I want to serve. And this is just another way for me to do that.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I love that. Every single one of you just have, you're just phenomenal. I mean, you all have something that you're giving and offering. And I'm telling you, this has been just amazing. I hate that we have to even finish this and leave, but we're already going over, and I want to be respectful of everybody's time. But you ladies are rock stars. I want to wrap up in this way. So I have one quick thing, and I think all of you can relate to this. When we're always told that we're doing something that totally doesn't make any sense. Nobody's ever done that. Why are you doing that? So me in 1996, I heard that for the first time when I decided that I want to learn about the internet and incorporate it into my business. It's a fad. It's going to go away. What are you doing? You know? So, and then of course, a year later, I was getting chased by every potential client ever. Then 10 years later, moved from tech into PR and marketing. And guess what started back in early 2000? Social media. I totally got it. I was so excited. But everybody in PR thought I was crazy and told me to my face that I was nuts. It was going to go away. It's a fad. It's going to go away. And said, this is ridiculous. But of course, as you know, that became a huge craze. So then years later, I started talking about AI. So over the past 30 years for me, there seems to be some huge, massive bubble of technology that comes along. And so I no longer, I now ask people, when was the last time you said that something wasn't going to work? And it did. It blew up in your face. So to be a visionary, to see what other people don't see, and to be able to walk in your own greatness is just so important to be able to do, and to find your tribe of people. And it doesn't matter how small they are, they will feed you and support you. Maybe it shouldn't be a whole lot of people. Sometimes it's better when it's a smaller amount of people. But what I want to ask each of you, and you only have about really 30 seconds to answer, and I'll start first. I want to ask each of you to answer just one sentence. What does winning actually look like in this current season of your life? So I'll start. So for me, winning is, to be frank with you, doing things that scare the heck out of me. And doing a gala scared the heck out of me. I mean, it really did. And who was it that said, Athenia, she said, you should do a gala. I'm like, what? No. No. So it's always so funny to hear this, where, in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't do this. I shouldn't do this. So now I'm learning to embrace, and I've always embraced things that scare me, that really scare me, that I want to try. And because it ends up being the absolute best thing ever. And so I love that I have all these phenomenal women to get these, to be honorees at my first gala. Now, I've done many, many, many events, many conferences, many women's conferences, but you ladies are part of my first gala, which scared the heck out of me, that I decided to do anyway. So I think I'm in good company. So that's what winning looks like for me. So I'm going to go, this is a lightning round. So next up is going to be Rachel. I'm just going around the screen. What does winning look like for you in this current season?
I think winning for me is expanding my network. I met Athenia through somebody else I knew. Through Athenia, I have met Taisha, I've met Deborah, I've met several other people. And I think winning is expanding your network and not losing the connections you had, but building on those connections. And it takes a lot of energy and a lot of time, but to me, that is winning.
It's winning. Yay. Thank you. Maria, what does winning look like for you? Thanks, Rachel. What does winning look
Winning looks like getting the community more involved and seeing the outcome and the impact of what we're all doing, and seeing lives change around, people getting healthy, better health outcomes, and getting involved in and becoming advocates for themselves.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, Maria. Nikisha, what does winning look like for you?
Hi.
Hi.
Winning looks like to me is obedience. I find that once I'm obedient to hearing God's voice,
Yes.
the connectivity just grows. Seeing people live longer, live healthier, live happier, especially the seniors in the community. They're living 70, 80, 90 and beyond, feeling strong and being able to be independent and and creating friendships and community within. So winning is being obedient and not always being afraid to try something new and step out of the box, like you, Deborah.
Yes, absolutely. And God is great because He's
All
been
the time.
carrying me for sure. For sure. Thank you, Nikisha. That was amazing. And
Thank you.
last but not least, Athenia, I don't know what happened to Emmeline, but she ended it on a bang, and then she I don't know where she is. But go for it, Athenia.
Sure. What does winning
What does winning look like for you?
look for me in this season?
Yes.
What keeps coming up for me is planting a seed. That's what winning looks like for me. Not so much being able to plant a seed and see it manifest in the ways that God purposed for it to manifest, and not always having to be like being the person to water. Like that is the space for me right now in this season. Like I really am in a space of just pouring. God has been cartelling me to pull back. And to it's like you've poured, you've allowed other, you have done so much for others, and now it's time for you to sit back and support, to be in the space where you are encouraging and supporting and helping others to kind of see their flowers bloom. So that's the space that winning looks like for me in this season. And I'm complete.
I love that. I love that. So there you have it, everyone. These are some of our honorees. Are they not amazing? I mean, amazing. And you need to come to the gala on May 14th. Come. We just want to introduce you to them so that we can show you a little bit of what you might be missing if you don't go. So, because you can see them in person and hear their stories and watch them get their awards and get celebrated like the queens that they are. So we're so excited that we were able to do this, and for all of you to watch. I see all the eyes that we have on this live. So thank you for joining us. Please go to lightofgoldpr.com. Go ahead. You'll see a link to the landing page, and you'll see all of our stuff there. And definitely we're just so excited about the event coming up, and we have live entertainment coming. We're going to have a beautiful singer there. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have delicious food, dancing, awardees, elected officials are signing up to come. So this is going to be a really, really great, powerful event. So please go ahead and register. We'd love to see you there. We also have some amazing opportunities for you to get exposure at the event. But yeah, were they not phenomenal? So there you have it. Rachel Kelly. All right, there she is. I'm going to spotlight all of them before I roll off. Maria Davis. So everybody gets spotlighted before I go off. All right. Nikisha Smith. Yes. Woo. Yes. And Athenia Rodney. Yes. So these are all of our phenomenal ladies. We have 2 or 3 others. They couldn't stay with us, couldn't come with us. And then, of course, ding, 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 the spotlight myself. Woo. So thank you so much for staying longer with us and watching. We hope you enjoyed this. I'll be doing some more live, so just go ahead and join and subscribe to this, you'll get a notification about any lives that come up and join our Light of Gold PR gift list. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.